Hello everyone, my name is Rebecca and welcome back to my Pixel Quest. We're continuing with our blind playthrough of the marvelous Deltarune Chapter 4, and I just beat this guy. I actually managed to do it. It was so hard. It was so hard, but a really amazing fight. A really amazing fight between two of my absolute favorite characters in this game. Now, I'm back here because I realized that I wanted to come back to my save just before I headed up to the next area anyway, because I'd skipped over a little bit of text. So I want to go back and make sure I don't skip over that text and actually read it. But the other thing I was going to do is give Susie Justice Axe that we just spent so long earning. It has no special powers. However, in order to attain this item, you became much stronger. Wow, that's a really interesting description. Can we try putting it on Ralso first? Isn't Susie amazing? Yeah, aww. Ralso just compliments us. It does give us +4 detect power, and we get some kind of star ability, whatever that is. Cool. Oh, actually, I didn't see what. Watch this, old man. So good. Okay, I've also got a couple of things to mention at the start of this episode, and one is that I'm pretty sure I have actually figured out how to get this chest that I wasn't able to get up here. Is it here? Yeah. Because I was watching the footage back, I was still sort of like, how do I get this chest? And I suddenly just saw it. Like, I think like it's those eyes that you get when you're not playing the game sometimes, and you know, something just sort of escapes you because you're just, oh my god, you're just thinking about things in one way. And sometimes when you're doing blind let's plays like this and you watch the footage back, you're able to watch things the way that everybody else who's watching the episode is able to see it, and you suddenly spot something that you missed. And so in this case, I totally realized that it is being on this spot because there is nothing to catch me below. I suddenly saw it when I was looking back. I knew that, like, because you could see the top of this little bricked section here, and I was like, somehow I have to get to this bricked section. And then I just considered, like, yeah, like, well, what's above it? What's on the side of it? And bam, I just saw that there's that little missing bit, so the waterfall is going to drop you down. Oh, tension gem. Okay. But then, oh, so it just connects back to here. Ah. Well, that would have been, I mean, that's nice. I'm happy with that. Oh, hang on, I can't go that way. Oh, thank God, I can sleep at night. Having got that. So, that's one thing. Now, while I'm going back, here's the other thing, and this is much, oh, hang on, don't go back down there. Here's the other thing. So, I was also looking back at a previous episode. I was looking back at the episode where we're in the Holiday Mansion because, you know, it's just so interesting, and I was having a think about, like, you know, what's going on, and it was so enjoyable, and I was having a think about, like, what's going on with Chris and whatnot, and I was looking at the kitchen scene where Chris is drinking all of the chocolate milk, you know, presumably the knight or someone else is speaking to them on the phone, and then they go play the piano. I was having, you know, I listened to the piano music again, and just having a think. But while I was doing this, I realized, okay, same. Let's save again. Great. Okay, while I was doing all of this, I realized something that blew my mind that I absolutely did not see when I was actually playing through those bits. Again, it's this fresh brain, I think, sometimes that you get when you're looking back on things and not playing. And I realized, you know, I've been thinking about Chris drinking the chocolate milk, like, and a lot of the time my explanation for it has just been Chris likes chocolate. It's a Chris thing. But after Chris goes and drinks all of that chocolate, what I noticed, mind-blowing to me, what I noticed is that Chris then walks, and this is Chris without the soul, right? Chris then walks normally to the piano, not dragging their corpse the way that they do every other time that the heart is ripped out. And I was like, whoa, hang on. Oh, hang on, where am I going? Like, mind-blowing. Mind-blowing. Hang on, am I not going this way? Oh no, of course I'm not. I'm going through the big door. Why have I done this? I was thinking I needed to go back, because we kind of, we go back to that original area, but it's not back to here, is it? It's forward to go back. Yeah, so that absolutely blew my mind. And instantly, then I was thinking, oh my God, is this what the chocolate milk is about? That might sound silly, I don't know. This might be a silly theory, but it just clicks in my head. I was like, why is Chris drinking this freaking chocolate milk? Is it? So they walk normally after drinking glasses and glasses and glasses of chocolate milk. Why would they even be so obsessed with going to drink all of that chocolate milk? I had been thinking. And now I think it's like, I don't know, something like the sugar. And they have this huge, when they rip the soul out, and they are like soulless Chris, I feel like somehow having access to all of this sugar gives them more, I don't know, more pep or something, and it makes them more able to be themselves. This is my current theory. And so when I thought that, and what they do is they go and play the piano, which presumably they love, like they're good at playing the piano. They played these joyful songs, right? It's probably not for any actual reason. Okay, all right. So after thinking that, I instantly thought back to the tea party with Gerson, where Gerson, I'm like, why is Gerson telling us to close our eyes? It's so that we, the player, don't see something. They put something in our tea. It seems to be sugar cubes, but God knows it could be like some kind of super sugar cube. I don't, and then we drink it. Oh my God. So what I'm wondering is, did the old man, knowing this about Chris, knowing that Chris, I've said before, I think Chris is trapped in a situation, and Chris is being forced, like not blackmailed, but you know what I mean, being forced in some way, possibly because of a threat to someone they love or something like that. Chris is being forced to serve the knight, or whoever it is. But what they desperately want, of course, is to be, I think they want to be good. I think that we see these moments with Chris, and they're actually, they actually like Susie. They really legitimately like Susie. They actually want friendship. They actually want to do good. And, they want to go between the lines in the game, for sure, for probably some kind of really important reason. Of course they do. But they still want to be good, I think. And I think there's something else that is like that the other soul in them is kind of making them do some certain things. Anyway, so what I thought about that tea party suddenly is the old man knows this. The old man knows that giving Chris sugar helps them to be more like themselves, helps them to express themselves while trapped in this soulless body. And I don't know what that means, but I did consider, could it be in that moment that like the soul like gets removed or something, and Chris, original Chris is suddenly able to exert themselves somehow. Or maybe he's setting that up to be able to happen later. I don't know. But that's as kind of as far as I've thought. And I'm thinking back now to all the times that Chris has had access to like chocolate or sugar, and whether there's any pattern to it. So I don't know. But that's definitely something I'm thinking about. Okay. So we're back where we were at the end of last episode. We should be able to get to the fountain from here. And this is what I previously skipped through. All we have to do is climb up this ... Huh? Oh, of course we're doing this again. Hey! Oh boy. Oh, I wasn't good at this the first time. The knight! Damn it, you aren't stopping us this time. She's off. Susie, wait! Oh my god, they're all off. Oh my god, everybody has climbing claws. Oh no. Hang on. Oh, it's actually really hard to go side to side here. It's not like running. Oh, okay. I see. Oh man, I may have to do this again. Oh, I went too far. Go slow and steady. Let's do more of the jump and oh, that was close. Okay. Feeling alright. Oh no. Oh my god. Okay. Oh, I missed that one. Across. Okay. This should hopefully make it easier, but it's probably going to get much faster. Exactly what I was thinking. Oh my god. Oh no. What? Can I go in between? Hang on. Yes. Oh. Okay. Too much. Okay. Understood, game. Understood. Oh, okay. It brings us back here. Oh, it brings us straight into it. Like, yikes. God. Once again, I've got to develop a better technique with the Joy-Cons. Oh, God. A better technique with the Joy-Con stick, because it's not... Oh, no. It really does a lot of damage. Okay, I've got to try and avoid as much as I can. No! Back and forth. Oh my god. Okay, I probably should be using up a bit more, hey? I never do that, I just kind of... Oh, what the hell? I just kind of go side to side. Alright. Try and do these subtle side to side movements, but it is not easy. Okay, a bit more rhythm. Oh. And don't go backwards once you've moved. That's sort of the thing. Oh my god. Oh, I didn't think I was gonna make that. Susie, don't! Oh, what? Susie, don't what? Susie, don't what? Susie, maybe don't! Oh, I had to pause. Alright, so I had to pause in the middle of this super dramatic moment. You know what? Susie can handle it. Susie's a hero. She can do it. Let's have faith in faith in Susie. The knight's casual pose there. Heh. It's such a heh pose. What? And just let this loser get away? I wonder. I feel like the knight is an entity that is being controlled as well. You know, I think Chris is trapped in a sort of situation. Someone is trapping Chris through, you know, some kind of threat that they obviously can't, you know, a threat to a loved one, a threat to a terrible outcome in some way. So they're forced to I suppose assist the knight or assist whoever it is. But they desperately don't want to, and they're really trapped in a situation. I feel like the knight, like, you know, this entity that we see here is also, I feel like they're also being controlled in some way, but I don't even know if they are like a full, I suppose, individual entity. You know what I mean? I'm really just going from that bit that we see in chapter 3, where all of a sudden they seem you know, they seem to be like pull something from out of their core, and they seem really distressed in that moment. And that to me just immediately seems like they're being controlled, you know, or they're being given in, you know, like, yeah, controlled. They're being given instructions of some sort. They're being forced to do something, or maybe even that it's sort of part of their, like, they're a sort of a proxy entity for someone else somewhere else, if you get me. Anyway, hey, the hell you doing, you goddamn coward? Interesting that we've come to one of these doors again. Damn it, I let them get away. Susie, you were the only one not letting them get away. It's all right, Susie, we did our best. Yeah, but it's not good enough. Every time they're just one step ahead of us. If we keep letting them get away, then... Oh, her arm is shaking. How are we going to protect Toriel, Undine, anybody? Susie, yeah, Rousey knows. Like, Rousey knows what the, I suppose, you know, what the ending as far as the expected legend is. I understand how you're feeling, but we have our own advantages too. The night only seems to show its face in the dark world. If we can just seal the fountain over to the right. Oh, so that's just given me a reminder about my new Chris theory. So when they were in the kitchen and they were, you know, the voice was coming through the phone, you know, at some point it said something like, you know, in the dark world, Chris can't, without a soul, Chris can't. So Chris can't do something in the dark world. And maybe what it means is Chris isn't able to gain control over their body in the dark world because they've only done that in the light world so far. And that's what I was kind of thinking, like, you know, that's what the sugar in the tea and giving them the sugar might be able to help with. And so maybe there's some way that actual Chris can be in control here in the dark world. But what they would do with that ability, I don't know. But yeah, just thinking about it. If we can just seal the fountain over to the right, then it'll at least buy us a little more time until we have to face our difficulties again. Yeah, you're right. Chris, let's go. All right, here we are. We're back. I just wanted to check. Did I actually put... Oh, I didn't put Chris's things back. So I've still got Shadow Mental and Dealmaker on Susie now. Here's a question I'm asking myself. Is that fine? Is that fine for... Because Susie's increasingly emerging as our hero. Maybe it's fine to leave all of these things with Susie. Because I kind of expect at some point... I keep thinking at some point Chris is going to stop being our protagonist. You know, like Chris is going to stop being the main character for whatever reason. Like either, you know, they're going to be forced to depart from our group or they're going to be forced to do something against us. I don't know. And I feel like Susie could be our main character at some point. I can definitely see that happening. Let me just have a check. I mean, maybe you have the highest defense as is. Okay, could be a little higher at the sacrifice of attack, but that's fine, isn't it? What does the power band do again? Increases strength only. Yeah. I mean, I don't need the power band on Chris, at least for the time being, as far as I know. So maybe so Devil's Tail is 8 and then increase in magic is maybe pink ribbon. But Ginger Guard gives us a good cold 9 defense. Oh, but Royal Pin gives us a 9. Hang on. Yeah, this is even better. Royal Pin gives us a 9 and a 1. I don't know. It doesn't really matter, does it? Does it really matter? That seems fine. I might just leave it there for now. Okay, before I go over to the right, since they're giving me some agency in this, of course I want to have a check over here. It's eerily quiet again. Oh, look at these cool freaking, I don't even know if you, like torches? A grand door. It seems to be locked solid. Seems to be. What about if we go back to our hugging the walls thing? Yeah, thought maybe something could happen here. Here. I know, I'm just like moving along, clicking, just in case. I'm sure that, I bet you there's so many secrets that I've just not found here in that regard. To me, it sounds like such an obvious hint. Okay, what about I can't go back down. I was kind of hoping to go back and save. Oh well. Oh, these are the things from the teaser. Haha. We saw those tiles. They kind of look like ice tiles. Looks like this is the fountain. Have I seen this door before? Sort of very... It's very castle towny, isn't it? Yeah, I guess this is it. Phew. Chris, Susie, I suppose I'll see you in the castle town. Are you just going off? Like you're just assuming this is going to be fine? You just okay. Or does Ralsei need to leave before we seal the fountain? How is Ralsei leaving? How is Ralsei even getting here? Let's have another tea party or something. Oh, that's so cute. Sure, Susie. They go through the door. Ralsei, what are you doing? What happens to you? What do you do? Quick, just quick, everybody go back out. Let's have a look. The dark fountain. Why aren't they stopping us from sealing it? Well, guess I'm not complaining. I assume this is Susie. I should be using my Susie voice. Chris, do your thing. Still, it's not really us doing it, is it? It's the soul. Okay. But the dark fountain looks like it's still in there. Guess the sun went down, huh? Damn, Chris, look under the door. That weird smoke, no way. You don't think there's another dark world? Damn it, that means the night is still... It's locked. Oh, it's a stupid numbers lock again. Let me have a go at it. Just let me have a go at it, Susie. Too hard to break either. Guess we could try looking for the combination. Come on. Like, just looking around for the combination, like, of this lock that possibly the knight put here, and that they've just left the combination. Oh. What are these candles with people's names for, anyway? This seems like an important moment, because Chris kind of stepped up to this. Oh, interesting music. It's got that kind of gentle, vaporwavy sound to it, a bit like a memory, you know, nostalgia, a memory. It is birthdays, right? Oh my god, let's say that's right. Obviously. Okay, quit smiling, dumbass. What's the real answer? Obviously this is an important moment, so they're not going to let us, Oh. I'm going to pray for Azrael. I want to pray for all of them. I'm sure this is interesting, but... You put your hands together and said his name blankly. 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 Oh my god. Blankly. It's always so interesting when we do something like that. Chris is... either has no emotions about Azrael in this moment, or more likely the emotions are complicated enough that they know doing this act is, I don't know, maybe doing this act is meaningless or just too much, you know? Is Azrael dead? Is Azrael the other soul inside of them? Is Azrael... Could be anything. At least pretend to try. Yeah. I wonder what the reactions for the other two are. Can we do it again? Hope candles. See, given that they're hope candles, maybe it's because we know, like Chris knows. Hang on, I'll finish this thought. Maybe it's because Chris knows that Azrael is dead, and they're like, there is no hope for Azrael. Hey, shouldn't the old man be around here? We gotta get him out of here. Plus, he probably knows where a code is, right? Ah, it's the fire extinguisher. I didn't notice this the first time around. Guess they use that to put out the candles? It is true. It's a bowl of blessed water with a motion sensor to stop cats from drinking it, specifically cats. It's not clear what happens if you touch the sensor. Okay, we can't do it though. It's a bookshelf full of hymnals and scripture. Huh? Inside one of the books is a letter. It was the letter A. Reading in the dark is bad for your eyes. Very funny. Very funny. What if hug the walls applies to the light world, you know? Oh, there's no freaking door here. I just realized. Okay, well, which one... which one should we go in? Can we go in and out? Okay, if we can go in and out. Oh, no. Oh. I should have gone in the other one. Damn. Hey, old man, you sleeping in here? Guess not. Hey, this is that priest guy's desk. The code to the door could be in here. Huh? Dude, there's a glass case in here. A glass case. But it's weird. The outside is clean, but... Oh, wow. The inside is covered in dust? So that's what they've done. They didn't bury it in the graveyard, and they were saying, you know, did I do the right thing? So they've put the object, Gerson's object, they've still covered it in presumably Gerson's dust after death, but they've kept it here. Why? Why though? Why? Huh. Chris is perturbed by that. That's very interesting. Huh? Dude, it's just a dusty... Oh, she realized. Hell no, you don't mean... When monsters die, their dust is buried. Hey, wow, Susie's really freaking out here. Hey, Chris, why the hell does the pastor have that in his... She really looks distressed. Huh? There's a hammer inside. And a photo of the old man? Oh, it's kind of getting ghost story-ish. They realize they've been talking to Ghost Gerson. The old man. I don't really get it, but somehow the dark world, for a moment it must have, like, revived him. But I think he knew. I think he knew he was... Oh, wow. Chris, he wanted me to write a letter. A letter to Alvin. Oh, I'm actually getting tears in my eyes. This is really, yeah, very touching. I think that's this pastor guy. Give me a sec. I wonder what she's gonna write. I bet you it's "you did the right thing." or something like that, because that's what Alvin was asking at the grave. Did I do the right thing? All right, got it. Let's go, Chris. I'm getting tears. That is really sweet and touching moment. Alvin, your old man was proud of you. The reason he didn't come to church a lot is because he wanted you to follow your dream. Oh, I'm actually crying. Oh, this game. I didn't expect to, I would have expected to have an emotional moment over something to do with Susie or something, like our main characters, Noelle, whatever. I wasn't really predicting an emotional moment over Alvin and Gerson, to be honest. Hang on a sec, he misspelled because. My editor brain is kicking in. Is there any meaning to that, or is that just literally a mistake? Is because he wanted you to follow your dream. He's sorry he never said that right. Oh, it's because Susie wrote this. Oh, Susie transcribed this. That's right. That's why there's no punctuation here. He's sorry he never said that right. So write your own stories. It's okay if even if they're not perfect. Sincerely, a friend. Oh, that's so cute. That's so, sad and touching. Oh, this game. I wasn't ready for a little cry. Alvin, your old man was proud of you. The reason he didn't come to church a lot is because he wanted you to follow your dream. He's sorry he never said that right. So write your own stories. It's okay even if they're not perfect. Sincerely, a friend. Wow. Books, many copies of Lord of the Hammer, and some unlabeled notebooks. It'd take a while to search through all this. Oh, so we're not even going to try. Documents. Guess the lock number could be in here. But it'd take forever to search through. Let's look somewhere else. It's a large pitcher of water. Oh, cups are stored below it. Juice and wafer-like crackers. Only church food in here. He doesn't eat anything except church food. Oh, that's the incense ball, right? Seems to be some sort of incense container. Huh. It's a plaque bearing the words of a famous writer. Hope comes to those who believe, and for those that cannot, may our hope shine so brightly that they too may keep shelter from the dark. Do you mean literally keep shelter from the dark? It's a plaque bearing the words of a famous writer. Hope comes to those who believe, and for those that cannot. So everyone. May our hope shine so brightly. May our hope shine so brightly that they too may keep shelter from the dark. I wonder if it's a message about the shelter. Oh, hang on. By the way, I've just realized that this is the water spirits, the mizzles, and cups are stored below it. It's the Cuptons. Huh. And I suppose, the books could be I've forgotten what they're called, but the book wizards, Gerson. Wafer-like crackers. I was just thinking, was there like a cracker? There were wafer crackers involved in the climbing sections. It's a glass container. You looked inside. It's a small metal hammer and a photo of an old man, both covered in dust. Chris, let's not look at it anymore. What if I do it again? It's a glass container. Okay, well that was lovely. I'm glad that I did it in that order, so I assume that this is where we find something. Hang on. I don't want to risk going through the door yet. Here's our bells. It's a set of bells of different sizes. I just realized that we haven't met those witches yet, so that must be coming. The witches that were turned to statues, and they said they were like They were turned to stone because they were too fun. It's a set of bells of different sizes. Look, I know you want to mess with these, but... hang on. Just don't for now. Yeah, not now. I'm going to come back to it, Susie. I just want to look around a little bit more in case it creates a cutscene. The wardrobe is full of choir robes. There's even one in your size. Damn, why don't we get to wear these? What, I would have to sing or something? Hey, why don't they just let me play the drums? It's a ward for robes. I want to try and look at the calendar. Okay, you can't. You can't. Let me try the walls again. Just in case. So metronome. Look at these pictures here. What are these pictures of? Like, is it? I think it's the Mizzles. I think it's probably pictures of the choir singers. Because it's a bit of a mizzly shaped. Not mizzles, are they? Well, whatever. Yeah, the floaty choir singers. I think it looks like them. It looks like they're sort of long noses. All right. So we've got door. We've got piano. Let's. Hang on. Let's do piano first. It's a keyboard. Oh, it's a keyboard. It has settings to sound like either a piano or an organ. You know, when you played piano earlier, it was... Okay, it was actually kind of cool. I mean that. Susie is so good. Oh. I'm not saying you should join the choir or whatever, but if you were playing every week, I might actually want to go to church. That kind of reminds me of something. Listen, it might be long. Oh my god, do I do the bells or do I do piano? We're doing this. So... Oh, I was wondering what it was telling me to listen for. I thought maybe Chris was going to play. But it's listen to Susie's memory. 100%. This is what I'm here for, game. It's not even an option. So, in one of the places I used to live, there was this plaza and they put this public piano in it. So I started playing it, thinking, you know, it might be fun. But I guess maybe because I was so bad, or because I just looked like I shouldn't be playing, they told me I wasn't allowed to play it. Oh my god, Susie, you're gonna make me cry again. So I backed off. Oh, that is so sad. This poor kid. And then they let someone else play. Someone better. I don't know why I expected I'd be able to play it, is what I thought then. That night when no one else was around, like already you can see so many of these Susie stories. Like one of the themes is that she is someone with so much hope and so much drive and so much motivation, and the world makes her feel bad about that. The world makes her feel that that's not valid and that she needs to hide that away, you know? So, it's so awful. It's so awful that, you know, she has this background, but it is so amazing that she is able to undo this now. I love her. I love her so much. Susie, you know, Susie is my main character, really. I think Susie is the main character. I think many of us would have to come to that conclusion at this point. And what I always think back to is, you know, the teaser within Undertale, right? When the Gaster follower tells you that it's something like they're looking forward to you meeting their neighbor Susie. Like they don't say Chris, they say Susie. You know, Susie main character. And it doesn't mean I don't love Chris. Chris is an excellent, complex, weirdo, extremely fascinating character. Chris is an excellent main character, actually, exactly because of how unmain character they are in almost every way, you know. But Susie's classic main character, you know. That night when no one else was around, I came back. And you know what I did? I smashed it. Yeah, I smashed the piano. I don't even really know if I broke it, but I hit it as hard as I could, hard enough to do some damage. And I ran. A week ago, if I knew you did piano, I probably would have hated that about you. But now, I kinda just want to hear you play, because she's healing inside. You know, like these adventures and the connections that she's making and the things she's learning about herself are healing her. That is so amazing. I kind of just want to hear you play. Damn, I got weird there for a second. Probably made you want to stop playing even more, huh? Wow, I'm so, like, obviously I'm not going to do this, but I am so curious to eventually see what happens with all of these other options that I'm definitely not going to pick right now. I guess I want to say if you play too, right? That seems like the sweetest, that's the sweetest thing to say. Huh? Yeah, sure. If you teach me or something, let's do it someday. Oh man, that's the best. That's the best. I've just noticed that this carpet is like a big flower garden. You know, which is very, I mean, flowers in Undertale are very, in Undertale, well, you know, what I mean, Undertale and Deltarune are, of course, very, very meaningful. It's interesting that this looks so much like a garden bed, you know, which is where you know, like you first fall into Undertale and land on a bed of extremely meaningful golden flowers, and you finish the game in a, you know, a garden of very meaningful flowers. And all right, that was incredible. What happens if we do it again? Yeah, I liked playing the drums. Can't really screw it up, you know? It's just hitting stuff. She's the best. I was just thinking, I haven't checked this since I've been back in the light world. I was also thinking, just one last thing. I was also thinking about how Gerson, when he gave Susie the hammer and he gave Susie the glass, he said something rather like, somebody gave this to me as if they wanted me to use it, but I didn't, you know, see the need, so I'm giving it to you. Obviously he knows what it is, and so it's like, of all of the secret bosses in the game, he chose to resist looking into this shard. And whatever comes of doing that, you know, like maybe the most obvious one is Jevil, who looked into the shard and it gave them existential horror. You know, it destroyed their worldview because they saw the time loop. They saw that everything was meaningless. And they told this to Shorm, who also, you know, kind of became then, entrenched in existential, like, cynicism and malaise, I suppose. So the crystal... Anyway, I'm thinking about what it means that the old man specifically resisted looking at it, in it. Probably because, you know, he's just, like, he's too freaking good. Like, he's an extremely wise and an extremely capable person. He understands how to play this game. He understands what is necessary for, I think, breaking the time loop. And he knows that him using this shard is a form of manipulation. But he's giving it to us. Not because he wants us to be manipulated, but because he knows that's useful. You know, he knows that that's towards, I think, a good end. Yeah, anyway, I really... Oh man, what a great character. What great characters in this chapter, my god. It's a set of bells of different sizes. I do want to mess with them. That's it. What if we do it again? Same. What if we do it one more time? Cool. Okay, alright, door time. It seems to lead to a small closet. Check inside. Of course. Ooh! It's my buddy! Jackenstein! Wow, how... It really is Oz. It really is Return to Oz. This is very, yeah. What the hell is that? Oh, I bet that's just Jack. Whoops. Maybe he's a Halloween decoration. There's other creepy stuff too. You know, I'm just literally thinking of this now. There are so many connections actually between, you know, Oz and this game. You know, like going into these secret worlds and meeting characters, you know, that have various kinds of allusions to the real world, like so many fantasy stories are based on. But, you know, like Oz is a very classic, you know, foundational one. But even specifically, yeah, like the Jack thing just seems like obviously pumpkin heads are not Oz specific, but I don't know. You know, Toby's really big on his pop culture references, and I share so many of the same references that he does, in at least some ways. And I don't know, I could just easily imagine that because, you know, this so much reminds me of Return to Oz, I could imagine it also being something that he grew up with and that he's making a link to as well. But I'm thinking specifically about the whole thing of like, you know, I can't remember exactly what it's called, but in Oz there's like a sort of, what is it, like come to life powder. It's not called that, but it's something else. And that's what's used on the pumpkin head to create Jack. And that's kind of, you know, very much in line with, I suppose, what the Dark Worlds are sort of doing, taking these objects and bringing them to life. There's other creepy stuff here too. He's big. Guess we might not be able to take him back tonight. Yes! Yes, let's bring him! Let's bring him to our town! But Jack is in there. Guess we can get him tomorrow or something. Yes! 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 I hadn't really thought about that. I had actually thought that there was a good chance Jack would come up in the next chapter, because it says that Jack is meant to come out for the festival. So I assume that's probably what this is in here for, like to be brought out for the festival. Okay. Oh, no, there's a thing there. Susie looks like she has an idea. Keep walking around, listen to it. I think we're good now. I think we're good. Chris, we haven't gotten any closer to opening this door. Just smash it, Susie. But I have an idea. I think he might know. Oh, he might know. Alvin, the old man. He could know how to open it. Chris, you're thinking what I'm thinking, right? I love when she does that face. Do you guys must remember, I'm sure that we all remember the very first time we sort of met Susie in chapter 1, and the very first time we see this face is freaking terrifying, right? You're just like, holy hell. Now it's such a sweet like face to me. Let's make a dark world. Wow. Oh, interesting. So, how the hell do you do that again? Queen said, concentrate and stab into the earth. Got anything sharp? Is Susie gonna make one? Oh, yeah, Chris. That was enthusiastic, I have to say. That was enthusiastic. Yeah, that's a real Chris enthusiasm there, I think. Heh. Oh, is that blushing? Am I reading this right? Is that blushing? Hey, Chris, you normally carry this around? All right, well, let's give it a try. This is a weird little thing, right? Something... I don't know. No, I was going to say like their ear looked a little bit weird, like their ear on the other side. But like we see their ear on the other side all of the time, right? Because we walk back and forth. Yeah, so it's nothing. It's nothing. I'm thinking too much. All right, well, let's give it a try. Holy hell. Like we are previously when Chris made this Dark World, it wasn't us. Like we had nothing to do with it. We were just watching this creepy thing and everyone else was asleep for it. So it was shocking, but it also just felt like something happening, you know, like that we have nothing to do with. Now we are just openly talking about, you know, and together making a dark world. And we're talking about how it's done. It's amazing. Concentrate on what I want. And oh, look at her red eye. That was gnarly, Susie. Whoa. You know what? I don't think I could stab a knife through a wooden floor. No matter, even if I were a dragon monster. That sounds really hard. It's not the earth, that was a wooden floor. Doesn't seem to matter what the flooring is when you do this. I actually did it. Hey Chris, I made a dark fountain. Susie, you are incredible. You just decided this and did it. She can do anything. Pretty cool, right? Maybe I'll let you do it next time. Let's go. Wow. Pretty sick, right? You should try making one sometime. It's cool. It glows with a backwards light. A backwards light. Ha. Oh, why are we... Whoa. We have different coloring. We have different coloring. Hey, is it me or does something seem off? I guess it's like Ralsei said. Every dark world is different. Let's go. The lightning has changed. Oh, sorry, the lighting has changed. Second sanctuary. Second sanctuary. I might go back. I might go back to saving here. Wow. Carries out the fate with the... Oh. I thought it might have changed. Dark Hero carries out fate with the blade. Faces fate with the blade. Wow. We face fate with the blade. Look at my guts. Susie has max guts. Chris is pretty gutsy. Look at 100 rudeness and 30 healing. I know that like I need to, you know, when I'm definitely going to replay this game many times. I know that when I replay, I'm going to pay a lot more attention to all of the healing dynamics. I'm sure there's a lot of cool things going on. And I haven't been doing that. Yeah, but since I'm not going to be doing that, you know, in this playthrough, in this blind playthrough, you know, like do feel free to tell me anything that I've sort of missed about that in the... Whoa. Yeah. Just as long as it's nothing about where I'm going. Or you know, any spoilers about things to come. But if it's things that have, you know, would have happened that I would have seen doing it another way, that's totally fine. Wow. This sounds so good. Hang on, I want to... Oh! I don't even know what's just happened. I was trying to go back. Because I thought I might have missed stuff to the left. Oh, there we are. Oh. So maybe this will join up with the original sanctuary at some point. I could imagine that. I love these colors. Huh. Super cool. And so interestingly, yeah, we've got like that doorway frame shape is here, but sort of, because I've been playing a lot of blueprints, like now this looks like a pen quill to me, a pen nib. Oh, this music is so good. I wonder what would have happened in the previous scene if I had just walked forward. But lo, on hopes and dreams they send 3 heroes at the world's end. There's that prophecy again, the one with us. It's pretty hard to believe. Not just that things have been predicted, sure, but that I'm part of it too, I guess. Susie, you are the center of it, I am sure. The light and dark both burning dire, a countdown to the Earth's expire. Yeah, I've said it before, I totally believe in Jaru's live stream theory. So I recommend checking that out on YouTube if you haven't. He's such an exciting theorist, and he's predicted a lot of stuff that has happened, because he's just very smartly analyzing the narrative of the game. So yeah, really entertaining. Just recommend. Wingblade cuts in. Wingblade, and I have Wingblade, I believe. Let's check. And I don't know, S action, I guess. A radical blade with feathers at the hilt. Susie wobbles like a top. Whoa, cute! That's adorable, Susie! That's adorable! Look at her little feet stepping around. She looks like she's having a great time. You oppose the revolution? Oh, I only got the top one there. Ooh, boop, boop. That's my avoiding bullet patterns noise, everybody. Spin. What is this then, that spinning is a dynamic with it? It's a blade with wings on it. What on earth is it? What is it as an object? Let's spin S. We can't do anything. We don't have Rousey with us. You and Susie spun masterfully. You oppose the revolution. To spin is to trust. Ah. Oh, it went green. Hang on. But I can't get to it. I guess... Wingblade flutters trustfully. Cool. Oh, we only need to recruit 2 of them. Nice. Great. Great. That's a lot of fun. Oh, we can spare. Great. Nice. I like it. Very pretty enemy. I'm saying enemy. They're not enemies. You know what I mean. If fountains freed, the roaring cries, and titans shape from darkened eyes. Titans shape from darkened eyes. Dark eyes have been a real thing that has come up several times. The third hero, the prince, alone in deepest dark. What are these shapes around them? I don't know. I don't know. Enemies? Flames? Hey Chris, look, it's Rousey when we first met him. Guess all 3 of us have our own prophecies too. Is she gonna find out about hers? If Rousey's the lonely prince, wonder what we are. Come on, there's got to be another one ahead. You know, I was thinking that this was a future thing, but I can see that it could relate to when, that it could relate to, when we first meet Rousey. They were alone in the dark. So it's these things. What are they? Like, is it pipes from an organ? I am the philosopher. You sought to return the dream, but the lightning of the mind has changed. At best, you can only see another side. You sought to return the dream, but the lighting of the mind has changed. So they literally mean the lighting here. At best, you can only see another side. I guess we'll find out more about what that means. I haven't even looked at... Oh! What the... Hang on, and the arrows of... That was amazing. This game constantly doing this to me. Why are these arrows off center? Whoa! Okay, I thought that might like shoot me across there. Whoa! I'm a little bit worried that I might do something I don't want to do here. Hang on. Let's leave it here for a sec so I have a sense. Okay, so we need to do it there. Got it. And we need to do it up here to get through. Got it. That we can't seem to do anything with. But here... Okay, so I guess if I can get it here, I can get through that door. And that seems like the thing. Let's see if we can go up top first. Oh, just to chat with this fellow. Yep. Okay. We know nothing. We understand nothing. I mean, sometimes I feel that way too. The Lord of Screens cleaved red by blade. Tenor, right? Wow. Tenor's little prophecy. Okay, let's see. I hope I haven't like ruined my chances at doing this. I'm a bit afraid I... Okay, now we can go down here. Ah! Hang on. No, but hang on. If I can't move this, then there's no point to being up there, right? Yeah, oh! But I can't. Ah. Are these the wafers? We know everything. We understand everything. The wafers got it. But how could I possibly... Okay. There we go. Hang on. Okay. If we move it to the side... There we go. Right. So we go up there. Got it. Oh! This game! Constantly surprising me. Organic. Let's check. And with these ones we're harmonizing. A philosopher, why he's fighting you is one of life's questions. Susie played random notes. Do re mi, do re you, do re mon, aman. Ooh. Oops. Okay. Musical mercy. Musical touch green. Alright, well let's do a harmonize. The tail which must not be followed. I wonder if they mean Susie's tail. Oh! I'm trying. Touchscreen. Okay. We got it a little bit. Yeah, let's harmonize again. Got it. Whoa! Okay, if I'm that far away, don't worry about it. Just stay near the center, I think, is the best tactic. Alright, we'll spare you, and we'll S-action. Chris spared, 1 out of 3. I love this fight. I love all of these little, the little musical notes there are great. Hang on, what was that? Organic toots, philosophically? That's what I do sometimes too. Hang on, how close are they? 91. So I reckon if we just do perform, and then I wonder if we can spare them. You performed a tune, it was mildly effective. Susie spared, thanks Suze. What are you doing? I'm trying to protect these statues of my ancestors. Interesting. They each, in the different sanctuaries... Oh, this is... So I feel like this is very time loop-ish, right? Like, if we're in a time loop, then these guys could... This guy in the center could have the outer guys as ancestors. And it would still work the other way around, because it's a loop. Oh my god, that's so interesting. Are these sanctuaries at different times in the time loop in a sense. Like, I don't really know how dark worlds really work in time anyway, but maybe that's kind of what's happening. A shame I could not meet them. They must have been brilliant. Unlike the rest of the brutes and barbarians around here. Huh. Wow. The statue stands in reverence. Yeah, they're revering you. They're revering you. Oh my god. This is so clever and fascinating. This game. Huh. This is so fascinating because here we're seeing, like a really, like a relationship between the dark worlds. It seems to involve time. Wow. Okay. All right. This has been so much. Wow. I'll have to leave this episode here appropriately because that's where we left a previous episode in the previous, the equivalent room in the previous sanctuary. I'm blown away. I'm blown away by the things that have happened in this episode. Once again, this game just never stops. It's constantly like slapping me in the face and shaking me in the shoulders and like just taking us on such a ride. I'm so grateful to get to play this. Yeah, wow. Okay, very much looking forward to the rest of this sanctuary. Thank you everybody for watching, and as always, a like for the video or a subscribe for Rebecca's Pixel Quest channel is not only brings me so much joy and makes me really happy to know that people are enjoying this, but also helps the channel out with the YouTube algorithm, so much appreciated. And of course, comments, anything like that. But other than that, I really appreciate you just watching along, and I hope that you're enjoying. And I love that we're all just loving Deltarune together. Like, it's nice. It's such a wonderful thing to be a part of this community and a part of this game series. So, yeah, I'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.